I'm a medium and spirit bosses me around and sometimes I don't even notice at first. I'm going to draw a card and tell you a story of what happened yesterday. Interesting. I love when I tell these stories, I use these cards. The cards always, mean something, or go with the message, okay? Interesting, I just did another one, and the card on the other one was number 51, which equaled a 6, and I was explaining what that meant. And this one is 15, it equals a 6. Go back and watch the other video. I'm not going to repeat that. Okay, so anywho, I went to town yesterday. I had a lot of errands to run, and I had pulled like a muscle in my leg. So I was kind of like a little bit favoring my leg, and I didn't want to make a bunch of extra stops or anything. So I had this down. Where do I need to go? You know what I mean? Just do it. So I'm in there, and all of a sudden I'm driving down the road, and I'm like, oh, you need to stop at this gift shop. Okay, so I'm like, okay. So I stopped at the gift shop. I just had this feeling. I didn't hear spirit telling me I had to, but I just had this feeling like, oh, go in there, right? So I go in there, and I know the person that works there, and she says, oh, hey, it's so funny that you're here today because I dreamt about you last night. I dreamt back when we were in high school or whatever, and there was a few other people. And so we were talking about, we're laughing or whatever, and then we got on to, other conversation and whatnot. And then she started saying something about someone she had. Now, she doesn't know I'm a medium. Okay, so she starts talking about someone who passed away in her family. And I'm trying to keep it general here. So I said, oh, do you know that I'm a medium, that I connect to people who have passed? And she goes, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. And all of a sudden I'm getting chills and she's getting chills. So that is her person in spirit coming around us. And then I was like, oh yeah, your person in spirit orchestrated this whole thing for me to be here today, for him to, come around and for both of us to feel it. He, did the dream. He had me come in here. I was not coming in here. My leg hurts. I didn't want to make extra stops today. I was explaining all this stuff to her, and I didn't want to say too much because, people will start crying because when their loved one in spirit comes close and you get that chill or whatever, you get that emotion comes up, and I could see in her face. I was like, so I was trying to keep it light, in general. I don't give people, messages usually. I would just generally talk to them. And so she, understood, and, we just kind of left it at that. But I explained how they had orchestrated everything, including me going in there, including her and her dream and everything coinciding, her coming to talk to me. I mean, they were busy. It's Christmas time in a gift shop. There's a lot of people around, and she took the time to come over and talk to me. Just like everything fell into place so that I could tell her that her, loved one is around her. And we got chills more than once while we were talking. It was just perfect. And that's just how it happens. It's very, like, you don't really even realize it until, in the moment. And then you're like, yeah, this was all orchestrated by spirit. So that's, and she probably needed that at that moment more than I even know or understand, So anyway, I love sharing those stories, and just know your people, you're not any lesser, than she is. Your people are always trying to get you messages, trying to get you something, some kind of a sign, or help you out, get you to some place. Watch my other video because spirit, gave me something that I was looking for. And just, it's always happening. You just have to be aware and then say thank you and follow that guidance. They're trying to help you out. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.